is the Joker's Wild. It's day 12 of our $1 Million Championship Tournament. On this show, one of these two players could become our national champion and share the highest TV prize ever, $500,000. And now, here's our host, Jack Barry.
Thank you very much. Here we go again, and it could happen right on this program. Here in our $1 Million tournament, where we've come down from 16 players to 2, and the 2 remaining players could end up, each of them winning a lot of money. The champion will win $500,000, and the runner-up $200,000. Of course, charities are going to get half of that, but this is, by all means, the biggest tournament ever in the history of television. We have 2 players anxiously waiting with a score a little lopsided at the moment. Let's find out about the scores from them, what their feelings are at this moment. Then we'll get to playing the game and crown a champion. Jay Stewart, would you please introduce the 2 battling champions?
This player, an advertising assistant with a record company. Meet Cassandra Dooley. And her opponent, a rigging engineer, Rob Griffin.
Cassandra, Rob, here we go again. On the last program, in the start of the finals, Rob, you were very impressive. You won 2 straight games in a row. As you know, the rules in the tournament are you must win 3 out of 5, and you've got a big leg up. I hope you're feeling fairly confident.
Not really. There's a little luck involved here, and she's awfully good.
Yes, she is. This, of course, is a game of luck and skill. Both of you have answered most of your questions, but, of course, you had a little better spin than she does. Cassandra, you are playing, of course, for Big Brothers and Big Sisters.
That's correct, Jack.
And I know you've said it before, but there are many new people who are watching here on what could be the last day of this tournament. Tell us precisely why you're interested in playing for Big Brothers and Sisters.
Well, I'm from a single-parent family, and Big Brothers and Big Sisters of America, they do provide great assistance to the children of our country. And I'm just very happy to be playing for them.
And you have somebody out here who benefits by this, do you not?
Yes, I have my mother, Mrs. Russell, my father, Reverend Russell.
And you have some people from Motown where you're employed. Where are they? Where are the Motown people? Put your hands up, people from Motown. Oh, they're all over the place. We won't be able to get them. I thought maybe there was a youngster out here who had benefited from it, but you say you benefited from it yourself.
Yes.
Right. And you are playing, of course, for the March of Dimes, Rob, and tell us your reasons for doing that.
Jack, I have a nephew that has benefited from the March of Dimes, and I flew him up today from El Centro to be here with us.
Yes, he was here on the last program. Where is he out there? David, where are you? There he is. And David is benefiting right now from the March of Dimes. Who else do you have with you?
I have my wife, Marta, my son, Robbie, my daughter, Jennifer, David, Todd, my mother-in-law, Charlotte, Betty Wood, and Stanley.
No wonder you won 2 games in a row. You outnumber her.
Well, I have the rest of my family here. I have my cousin, Stephen.
Oh, you have the audience out here.
And my cousin, Jay.
Uh-huh.
And also I have 2 friends, Barry Field and Eileen Knoll, and my boss, Frank Osterwicki from Motown.
Well, boy, I tell you, it looks even up out there. Of course, here on stage, it's not even at the moment. Rob, you've got 2 games. Cassandra, you've got none at the moment. You've got to come back in this very first game, or he takes the championship from you. The winner to get $500,000, the runner-up $200,000. Let's get to it and find out who wins the championship right after these words. Right here. We'll be right back. Players, ladies and gentlemen, studio audience, and the millions around the country who are watching, here we go with game number 3. First, let me repeat the rules, which are somewhat different on this tournament, this $1 Million tournament. The first player, of course, to win 3 games wins the championship and the money, $500,000 in cash to be shared within a charity, in the case of the March of Dimes or Big Brothers and Big Sisters. Runner-up receiving $200,000 in cash, that, of course, to be shared with the other charity. Now, the monies will be paid out over a period of 10 years, and 3 jokers in this can still win, but we've amended the rule for the tournament that players must each have an equal amount of turn at the wheels in every round. Throughout the tournament, the players have been playing for points, not dollars. 500 points wins the game. So if we're all set, you out there, we're going to resume the tournament. This, our finals, with a score 2-0. Cassandra, good luck. Rob, you've had good luck so far. Continued good luck. Here are the categories in game number 3. They are U.S. history, mythology, sex symbols, all about words, and composers. This could be the most important game you've ever played, Cassandra Dooley, because $500,000 could be riding on it. So good luck at the wheels and listen carefully to the questions. Here comes spin number 1.
Thank you, Jack. Come on, jokers.
Sex symbols, U.S. history, and a joker.
I will take sex symbols for 100 points, Jack.
All right. A handsome country singer left the musical group First Edition and made it big with his own hits entitled The Gambler and You Decorated My Life. What is that rugged singer's last name?
Rogers.
Kenny Rogers, you have 100 points. Rob Griffin, you played very well so far. He's in game number 3, and he gets U.S. history, a joker, and composers.
U.S. history for 100, Jack.
All right, correct answer would tie the third game up. A 1964 congressional resolution supporting President Johnson's order to bomb North Vietnam was named for the Gulf in which U.S. warships had allegedly been attacked. Name the Gulf.
Tonkin.
That's correct, the Gulf of Tonkin. Tie game at 100 apiece. 500 points wins the game. Cassandra Dooley, second spin.
Come on, jokers.
Joker, U.S. history.
I will take U.S. history for 200 points, Jack.
The question. In 1857, the Supreme Court affirmed that a slave was still his master's property, even if brought into a state where slavery was illegal. For 200 points, by what name is that decision known? Can't do it. 200 points if you can give me the answer, Rob.
Dred Scott.
That is the right answer. Bringing him to 300 points, ladies and gentlemen, Rob Griffin, I point out that with the correct spin, if you could get a triple, and if you could answer the question, this tournament could be over, and $500,000 would be yours and the March of Dimes. Let's first see what spin you get.
Okay, jokers.
Mythology, all about words, and a joker.
All about words for 100, Jack.
Correct answer would bring you to 400 points. The word lunatic is derived from the Roman belief that the mind is affected by a particular heavenly body. For 400 points, name that heavenly body.
The moon.
The moon, Luna, right, you have 400 points. Score, very lopsided at the moment, 100 to 400. Cassandra Dooley, you'd love to see 3 jokers now, wouldn't you?
Sure would.
That would really save you. Give them a spin, let's see what you get.
Come on, jokers.
Composer, sex symbols. No, not a very good one.
I will take sex symbols for 50 points.
Okay. The sexy country singer who wrote and recorded the hit song Me and Bobby McGee also starred in the films Semi-Tough and A Star is Born. What is this sexy man's last name?
Christopherson.
Chris Christopherson. You have 150 points. Here could be it. Your spin, Rob.
Let's see some jokers.
All about words, U.S. history, and a pair.
I'll try U.S. history for 100, Jack.
In my hand is a question which, if answered correctly, will win that man and the March of Dimes the largest sum of money ever awarded, to my knowledge, in the history of television, $500,000. Here is the question. On November 11th, 1620, a group of pilgrims sailing to America signed an agreement concerning the governing of Plymouth Colony for $500,000. Tell me the name of that famous shipboard agreement.
The Mayflower Compact.
You win $500,000. in my hand is the $500,000 question, and we'll be giving that to you, Rob. We'll keep a copy of it for our record. There's a lady standing next to us who I know put up a whale of a battle, and in the final analysis, in this last game, never even had a chance. The wheels were against her. She didn't have a chance. She answered her questions well. But Cassandra Dooley, you have distinguished yourself, number one, by having come down this far out of 16 players to end up with the champion. You're yourself a champion. You go home with a lot of money, and particularly a lot of money for Big Brothers and Big Sisters. How do you feel at this moment, Cassandra?
I feel very pleased that I did get this far.
Well, you did very well. You won a lot of money in the regular game, almost $20,000. You're going to take home with you $100,000 for yourself and $100,000 for Big Brothers and Big Sisters. Since we last talked in the last program, have you changed your mind as to what you want to do with that money?
No, I haven't changed my mind, but I think I might add one thing. I'm going to buy an antique car.
Will you give me a ride?
I'll give you a ride.
That'll be one antique riding in another antique. A nice big hand for Cassandra Dooley. Cassandra, congratulations. Spread out here, gang. Spread all around these microphones so I can talk to all of you. We have time to talk now, shall we? Yes? Well, now let's reintroduce everybody. You're David. David. And what's your last name, David?
Aldrich.
Aldrich. And you are?
Todd Wood.
Todd Wood. And you are?
Robbie Griffin.
You're Robbie Griffin. And you?
Jennifer Griffin.
Jennifer Griffin. And this is Mrs. Griffin?
Marta, yes.
Nice to have you. And, of course, I don't know who you are, but how do you all feel right now? Mrs. Griffin?
I don't know. I just feel... I can't even speak.
Tell me something. Tell me something about Rob at home. It's obvious that he has all kinds of information. He answered questions in every conceivable kind of category. Has he been a very studious man all his life?
He gets interested in the subject and he delves into it deeply, and that's what he's done all his life, I think.
Uh-huh. And is it hard for you keeping up with him?
Oh, yes. I can't keep up with him.
Rob, tell us about the work you do again. I know you're an engineer.
Yes, I work for a rigging company down in Long Beach, and we work in oil refineries and do heavy rigging, move heavy objects. It's quite interesting. We have a lot of fun doing it. When
in your lifetime did you first realize that you had this penchant for absorbing information?
When I could get by in school without cracking a book, just listening to the teacher.
And, of course, you've had this abiding interest in the March of Dimes, and it's going to help David quite a bit. And I understand March of Dimes, you've been involved with them in the past.
Yes.
And they've been helpful to you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're going to be helpful to a lot of other youngsters like you. And this young lady, where do you go to school?
Yes.
Where?
Patola Junior High.
Patola, she's
a cheerleader at Patola Junior High.
If you're a cheerleader at Patola Junior High, how would you like to give a cheer for Dad right now? Yay, Dad, huh? What plans do you have for the money, Mrs. Griffin?
Well, the same plans he has.
Is that because he said so? Or
No, I'm interested in it, too. We have a sailboat now, and we go out in it quite a bit. This is a dream we've always had. So that's one of the things we're going to do.
What would you like to see happen with that money?
I don't know. I'm going to get a beach cruiser.
You're going to get a beach cruiser?
Yeah.
That's what you want?
Uh-huh.
Does Dad say he's going to buy it?
Yeah, I think so.
You think so, huh? Well, you have lots to think about, lots to plan ahead for. I can do no more than to say that it's to have come this far and to defeat 15 other players, it's no fluke. I mean, the wheels, it is true, somebody can get a lucky spin, but not to do it so consistently. We compliment you, we congratulate you, we wish you well with the money. I know that I speak on behalf of all the fine people connected with the March of Dimes to say that they are thrilled that you can be contributing $250,000 to them. And, of course, with the money that you have, I hope it brings you happiness, success, and we'll be seeing you on future tournaments. How about it for the Griffin family? They're sensational. We'll be back with our regular game right after these words. Well, if everybody in the studio audience and at home has settled down, I'm going to try to, and carry on now with two players who stepped aside for our tournament, our $1 million tournament. We had already crowned a champion, and he was about to start another game. So, Jay Stewart, would you reintroduce those two players who have been breathlessly standing by?
Here's our champion, returning with $1,050 in cash. He's a carpenter. Meet Bob Hale. And his opponent is a clerical coordinator. His interests are movies and making people happy. Let's welcome Lenny Davis.
Lenny, welcome back to the Joker's Wild. I know it's been a long wait from the time you were here before. You were introduced briefly, Lenny, and Bob, you had already won a game, over $1,000. And you ready to go for this, resume the match?
All set.
Very good. And Lenny, it seems to me you had lost about 30 or 40 pounds when I saw you last time, and now it looks like you're even thinner.
I lost another 10.
Another 10. That's because you were nervous waiting to get back on the show. Well, let's see if you can make all that up right now. I welcome you back to the program and show you the categories we'll use in the game. Here they are. Categories of potluck, can be any category. The Beatles, followed by Middle East. Then we have fairy tales, and finally, colleges. All right. Challenger always goes first. Lenny Davis, that's you. Give him a spin and good luck. Colleges, the Beatles, potluck.
I'll try the potluck once.
All right. For how much?
$50.
Good enough. Incidentally, we're playing for dollars now, not points, so be very careful. In the classic children's story, The Three Little Pigs, they swear by the hair growing on a particular part of their body not to let the wolf in. Where are these piggy bristles growing?
On their chin.
Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. You have $50. Remember, $500 wins the game, and Bob, you already have $1,050 from the previous game. Good luck in this.
Jokers. Come on.
Fairy tales, hair, and potluck.
Let's do fairy tales for 100, Jack.
A classic Grimm's fairy tale tells the story of a beautiful princess named Briar Rose. By what more popular name is Briar Rose known?
Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah, that's right. You have $100. Incidentally, Bob, I said you won one game. You've actually won 2 games before our championship took place, and that's how you got your $1,050. Right now you're leading 100 to 50, and Lenny, it's your spin.
Okay, let's have some jokers.
Fairy tale, potluck, and a joker.
I'll try fairy tales for 100.
Name the fairy tale that featured such unique characters as a singing harp and a hen that laid golden eggs.
Jack and the Beanstalk.
Correct. You have $150. Bob Hale, the champion.
Okay, jokers.
Beatles, Joker, and colleges.
I'll get killed if I miss this one. Let's try Joker. Let's try Beatles for 100.
Okay. In one Beatles hit, a big game hunter went out tiger hunting with his elephant and gun. In case of accidents, he always took his mom. Complete the title. The continuing story of whom? Can't do it. $100 if you can tell me, Lenny.
Eleanor Rigby.
That's close. Bungalow Bill. Bungalow Bill. Score remains 150 to 100. It'll be your turn when we get back, Lenny. First lead here. Bob, we have no more time, so I'll have to ask you to return to the next program, okay?
Absolutely.
And with the score 150 to 100, we'll finish it at that time with the same categories. Congratulations to you, Bob, for having won $1,050, and Lenny, we'll see what happens in the next game. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to, just for one moment, thank the various charities 16 charities that participated in our $1 million Tournament of Champions. Even though they benefited financially, it was a pleasure for us to have been able to provide this service to 16 fine, very, very worthwhile charities. I want you to take a look at the names of those charities, and in a moment I'm going to give you a post office box number should you feel impelled to make a contribution to those various charities. Take a look now. Here are the 16 charities who are represented on the $1 million Tournament of Champions. All charities for the help you gave us. Thank you all, America, for making this the most exciting tournament in the history of the Joker's Wild, maybe in the history of television. And congratulations to Rob Griffin once again for winning the $500,000 for himself and for the March of Dimes. We'll be returning with our regular program on the next program with Lenny and Bob. We hope that you'll be joining us. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts from everybody here on the Joker's Wild. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you very much.
Participating contestants will receive some of the following: 4 gallons of super scrubbable 2-test Easy Care latex flat wall and trim finish for walls and woodwork at True Value hardware stores. Plus new Easy Caulker aerosol foam caulk. No gun, no mess. Outlast 4 cartridges. Caulk it easy with Easy Caulker. Also, Rain Dance Car Wax actually outlasts the leading dealer-applied Poly Wax. Water beating proves it. DuPont guarantees it. Plus Liquid Shout with the triple power jet that concentrates power, penetrates deep. Want a tough stain out? Unleash the power and shout it out. Also, Deep Woods Off, the insect repellent that protects against extra tough mosquitoes and biting flies. Plus, Niagara is America's #1 spray starch, helps prevent the deep penetration of soil and stains.